¿Están todos los participantes? Ya, una se mete para allá. ¿Están todos los participantes de este lado? Falta una. Ahí ya. Sí, pero fueron al baño algunos. Ya, no, ya llegó. Los participantes están, el jurado y Diego. Lo más importante, creo. ¿Empezamos o empezamos? Eine Minute. Also am Anfang mache ich das mit Kata. Am Anfang mache ich das eine Minute und so wechseln. Weil das ist halt nur die ganze Zeit hin und her. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, okay. Great, yeah, okay. Welcome everybody here in Quito and in our live stream to our 2025 Regional Falling Walls Lab for Colombia, Ecuador, Peru and Venezuela. My name is Susanne Reichmann. I'm a lecturer for the German Academic Exchange Service here at University San Francisco. And I will be guiding you through today's event. And before we begin, I'd like to thank the University San Francisco de Quito for being our host today, and in Kumbaya, and the German Academic Exchange Service for organizing this beautiful event. Okay, please. Welcome with me Diego Quiroga, the rector of the University San Francisco de Quito, who will open this event with a few words on behalf of the university.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, everyone. It's great to have you all here. Let me tell you a bit about the university. We are, first of all, I want to thank the German Foreign Service. I want to thank the DAAD, everyone who's here, like the judges from different institutions. Thank you for being here and for helping with this difficult task that I think you're going to have. So let me tell you very briefly about the university and why this is such a great event to host it here. We are a liberal arts university. We believe a lot on creativity. We think that creativity and solutions come from the mixing of different areas and different ideas that come from different places. So we do believe that we have to all think outside of our box, kind of a cliche, but it's true. And the way to do that, I think, to solve some of the major problems that we have basically in humanity, I saw some of the things that you are tackling, I think that we really need to have this input from smart people from different areas. And I saw some of the problems that you are trying to solve, and it's very impressive. Good luck. And it's very, again, we as a liberal arts university we try to join a lot physics with science and with art and social sciences with law and medicine. So we are very much involved in this issue. So we want to wish, especially all the contestants, I want to wish you a lot of luck. Be sure that you've already to be here. You've done a great job, so congratulations. Also, a big applause to everyone who's already here and made it here. So I wish you a nice morning. It's a beautiful morning, and I think we're going to enjoy a lot of what's going on today. And thank you again to the judges for being here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Diego. Please also welcome Alexander Schweppe, Head of Culture and Press Department of the German Embassy here in Ecuador.
Well, good morning, everyone. I will have to put myself over there because I have some pages to read, just half an hour. Bueno, dear participants, academic authorities, dear Diego, colleagues, friends, dear Susanne, ladies and gentlemen. It is a true honor for me to welcome you to the Falling Walls Lab Ecuador 2025 here at the prestigious University San Francisco de Quito. I'm representing through the embassy in Quito, the Federal Foreign Office, and this is initiative, which today brings together talent from Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, and Venezuela, is dedicated to a powerful mission: breaking down the walls of ignorance, exclusion, and indifference through innovation. Falling Walls Lab was born in Germany as part of the Falling Walls Foundation, organization created to commemorate a historic event that deeply marked my country and the world, fall of the Berlin Wall in November 1989. And that moment was much more than a collapse of a physical structure. It represented the triumph of dialogue, freedom, and openness to the world. And it is that very spirit which inspires this competition, now held in over 90 countries, connecting young, brilliant minds from around the globe. Each local edition of the Falling Walls Lab, like the one we're celebrating here today in Cumbaya, is an opportunity for students, researchers, and creative minds to present their most disruptive and inspiring projects. In just 3 minutes, you'll have to break down a complex topic to a simple yet profound question. Which wall are you breaking? That wall may be scientific, social, technological, or cultural. What matters is that the idea has the potential to create a positive and transformative project. This year, thanks to the support of the DAAD, CEDIA, and the University San Francisco de Quito, this regional call for applicants has become a reality, allowing us to select the person who will travel to Berlin to represent our region in the global final in November 2025. But even before we know who today's winner will be, allow me to say this: you are all winners already. You have shown courage, creativity, and commitment, and you have chosen to share your vision of the future with us and with the world. I wish you great success, inspiration, and above all, that this experience marks a turning point also in your personal and professional journey. Thank you very much, and viel Erfolg euch allen. Mucho éxito.
Thank you, Alexander. And now please welcome Katharina Danisch from the Regional Office of the DAAD in Bogotá.
Yeah, thank you, Susanne. Thank you also, Diego Quiroga. Thank you to the University San Francisco de Quito. Thank you to the German Embassy for having us here in Quito. My name is Katharina Danisch from the Regional Office of the German Academic Exchange Service in Bogotá. And on behalf of the DAAD, I would like to give you all a very, very warm welcome to this competition today, and also to all of you in the live stream from wherever you are joining us today. And especially to the participants that are here today. As we already heard, I don't have to repeat it. I think you are already winners because you are here today and you competed against 70 other projects we received in the first place, and we selected you to join us here today and to have the opportunity and the great challenge also to present your ideas. So we are really excited to learn about your ideas today of a variety of different topics. And we are really glad to have you because we know it is difficult to do that in another language in only 3 minutes. But we know it's also a great inspiration for other young people to believe in their ideas and to share them also. So we all take deep breath right now before we get started in a moment. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to the university. And in the end of today, we will know who we will send to Berlin, as we just heard, to represent this region in the finals with more than 100 people from all around the world. So good luck to everyone, and let's enjoy the competition.
Thank you, Katharina. Alexander and Katharina, I think they read my speech already because I'm going to repeat a little bit right now because I'm going to explain what is falling walls. falling walls. I think it's a powerful image. And on the 9th of November 1989, the wall dividing East and West Berlin, East and West Germany, fell and brought back together people. To commemorate this event that changed the course of history, the Falling Walls Foundation is hosting an annual conference in Berlin to bring together scientists from all disciplines and from all over the world to break the walls that are holding us back. Throughout the year, academic institutions around the world host international Falling Walls Lab to showcase the quality, diversity, and passion of their region's most innovative minds. Here they are. And in 3 minutes, each of our 13 contestants will present their solution to some of the most pressing challenges of our time and our region. Afterwards, our jury will choose one of them who will represent our region of the world in the Falling Walls Science Summit this November in Berlin. And because we know this is no easy task, we have put together a team of judges from many different fields and institutions who will select the most convincing out of our 13 presentations. I'd like to present the jury right now. Please welcome with a big applause the members of the jury. We have Dr. Cesar Zambrano, Dean of Research, University San Francisco de Quito. Thank you. Stephanie Puyes, Director of Innovation and Technology Transfer, CENESID. Gustavo Patiño, Innovation and Technology Transfer Coordinator from CEDIA. Dr. Jochen Höhnhoff, Regional Coordinator Latin America, German Sparkassenstiftung for International Cooperation. Annika Rügner, she's a project coordinator from the German Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And finally, Andres Vera, entrepreneur and member of CETEC. They will judge the ideas and projects of our 13 contestants based on 3 criteria: breakthrough factor, relevance and impact, and also the structure and performance of their presentations. Additionally, you, our audience here in Quito and on our live stream, you will have the opportunity to vote on your favorite presentation for our audience award, so please make sure to stay with us until the end. Okay, now we get started. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm quite nervous, I think. And remember, every contestant has only 3 minutes to pitch their project to you all. And at the end of each presentation, the members of our jury will also have the opportunity to ask a short question or comment on the presentation. So please keep it short, yeah, so I don't have to interrupt you. And we have a clock, okay? Now, without further ado, let's start with our first block of, we have 4 blocks in totally, and we start with the first one. And please, our first contestant is Emilia Moreno from Quito. And she wants to break the wall of foodborne illness. A big round of applause for Emilia Moreno, who is our first one.
Imagine you're about to enjoy a delicious homemade meal. Everything looks perfect, but on that plate lies an invisible threat, one that could harm you and your loved ones. This isn't rare. Each year, 600 million people around the world get sick from contaminated food. That's 1 in every 10 people. And from those, 400,000 loses their lives, especially children under 5. This crisis causes $7 billion in economic losses, overwhelms the healthcare system, and leads to a massive food waste. So, who's behind all of this? The answer is bacteria. They spread through cross-contamination and unsafe handling. Let's face it, no one is completely safe. But don't worry, this story may have a hero. And no, it doesn't wear a cape. It wears nanoparticles. My research focuses on creating green metal nanoparticles using agro-industrial waste and combining them with a plastic pellet to form what I call a superfilm. Yes, we turn waste into food protection. This film can be used as food packaging, but imagine it also applied into kitchen counters, cutting boards, or other surface where contamination is common, especially for those of us who use the same knife for everything. Not judgment. The nanoparticles have an antibacterial effect. They inhibit bacterial growth on contact, so the film acts like a tiny superhero for your kitchen, fighting off microbial billions. And the best part, it's biodegradable. Once it's done protecting your food, it doesn't stick around to pollute the planet. It simply returns to nature peacefully. With this innovation, we improve food safety. We reduce food waste by extending shelf life, and we promote a circular economy. One simple film can protect food and people health. It's not magic, it's science, sustainability, and just a little bit of creativity. Thank you.
Do you have any questions, comments for Emilia? Yes, of course. Cesar.
Emilia, yes, can you please tell us briefly the technical parts, the technical methodology to include the nanoparticles in the film?
Okay, that's an excellent question. Thank you, Cesar. Well, the innovation thing of our nanoparticles are that they are synthesis in situ of the plastic film. So we use PVA, that is a polymer called polyvinyl alcohol, that you can dilute them in water. So you put the methyl, you put this agro waste, and you can synthesize the nanoparticles without temperature. We use blue LED light. So we reduce the cost of the nanoparticles, a lot of the traditional ones. Thank you.
Great, that was really amazing. A very big applause for Emilia, please. Okay, here we go with our second contestant. He's from Quito as well. Please, come to us. Jorge Ricardo Bermeo, and he's going to break the wall of unsustainable living.
Thank you.
Bienvenidos a la Universidad San Francisco de Quito.
Imagine a world where every home, school, and laboratory is part of a living, breathing ecosystem. Restoring the soil, recycling water, and nurturing from the genome. We restored everything with technology and understand how we live and how we eat elements. So in this project, Reclaims, today most of people try to choose to live in cities. And in these cities, these rebellions have some questions of us, like the disconnection from our bodies, from our food, and from our environment. So this is important for us. Imagine a neighborhood, imagine a world, a connection with neighborhoods, laboratories, and some people that make the chance to make the difference. Now we are going to see some interventions at homes. This project reclaims the home as a source of health, as a source of collective healings, and we have to understand how we live, how we consume many processes, many food. So it's important to make a chance. This project have to make a analyze with the DNA, with your diet, and with your air, the air that we inspire. And then we make some changes in the houses. The houses recycling water, powered by rainwater harvesting and purification, filtration, and biodigesters make gas and bionutrients. So let's to understand how we can make the difference. So we have to connect again with our bodies, with our aliments, with food, and we have to understand everybody in a new world. Let's break the wall of unsustainable living. Thanks.
5 seconds. Great. Thank you, I think. Thank you, Jorge Ricardo. Thanks a lot for your presentation. There was already a very short first round, just of 2 presentations. But now we have an idea how to break the wall of foodborne illness and unsustainable living. Right now, we start our next round in which 4 contestants will present their ideas. We have a candidate, due to personal issues, he couldn't come to Quito. He's from Peru, and please, we will do it via Zoom, his presentation. We can already see him. Please welcome with a big round of applause, Hipólito Arturo Riveros Guevara, who will break the wall of particle tracking with quantum computer. That's it.
Hello everyone. Can I start? Please find the first slide. Okay. Next, please. Next slide. Okay. So, hello. Imagine a massive particle collider smashing particles together millions of times per second, producing an unprecedented storm of data. Each collision produces a cascade of particles flying through layers of detectors, leaving behind tiny footprints or signals recorded as points at each layer. The challenge? Connecting these points, layer by layer, to reconstruct each particle's unique trajectory. But this is not easy. The number of possible combinations grows exponentially with each collision event. Classical algorithms struggle to keep up, slowing down our ability to analyze these processes underlying our discoveries about the universe and the particles it is made of. So that's where my research comes in. I've developed a quantum algorithm that tackles this problem using global search, a quantum computing technique known for its powerful speed in searching through complex datasets. So, next, please, next. So, quantum algorithms uses qubits, which can be 0 and 1 at the same time, that is, 2 states simultaneously. Next. With 2 qubits, we can get 4 states. Next. With 3 qubits, A, and next. In general, with n qubits, we get 2 to the power of n states we can work in parallel, simultaneously. Next. So, next. The first step in the algorithm is to represent every possible way of connecting detector points and encode all these possible combinations into the states of this system of n qubits. Next. Among these, one state will correspond to the correct track reconstruction. Next. Then we use a function to give a score on how good each combination is. We call this the H function. Lower H means better matches, and the correct track reconstruction gets the minimum H score. Next. For example, some get 0, -5, next, -7.8 on our path, but the correct track reconstruction gets -20, which is the minimum H score. Next. The core of this algorithm is the Gerber operator, which includes a quantum oracle that recognizes this optimal solution. Next. With each iteration, Gerber operator increases the chance of measuring this optimal solution. Next. So what we did is a simultaneous search over all possible trajectories at once, and with high probability, we got the covered track reconstruction faster than classical methods can. Next. So, next. Quantum hardware limits full experimental testing, but theoretical and simulated results are promising. My method scales with the square root of the science problem instead of linearly. That's a big deal. So this is more than just it opens the door to faster and smarter analysis of collider data and more efficient discoveries in the fundamental laws of nature by breaking the wall of particle tracking with quantum computing.
Wow. There is no time left for questions. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Hipólito, desde Peru. And we continue with our presentations here on the stage. And I would like to call Patricia Rengel, our next contestant. She's from Quito as well, and she wants to break the wall of unfair mining. Please welcome Patricia Rengel.
Let's go together to the world's greatest forest, the Amazon. Our life will be deeply connected to nature. Our families, our communities will rely in a healthy environment. But one day, announced or not, our territory will become the target of mining activities. And we know mining is not just a technical or economical issue. Mining is a matter of environmental and social justice too. Did you know that the prices of gold, copper, silver right now are at historic highs? That's why just mining some material and destroying forests, rivers, sacred mountains, and entire communities just worth the price of few ounces of the mined material. Communities are at the front line of all devastation, and they have almost no tools to face it. And that's why FAME, the Fine and Independent Mining Expert Project, exists. We are a network that supports mining-affected communities with experts in different fields. The problem is that right now we are living in a furious race for resources. And in the last 50 years, the use of primary materials has tripled and is gonna double again in just 30 years if the path keeps the same. Mining activities are entering territories that are from communities and are really fragile ecosystems. We know that communities have the right to make informed choices over their places and territories. Oh, sorry. And, well, that's why FAME exists. And we are a tool to connect mining-affected communities with experts from different areas to support the communities make those important decisions. Well, I'm the coordinator of FAME in Latin America. Our network has over 100 experts now. We have received in the last months more than 30 requests for support. That tell us it's really important job to provide this service. We want more communities all in the region to find in FAME an ally. And remember, mining is a matter of justice too, and FAME brings justice. Questions, comments? Well, you will be welcome to join FAME if you think your knowledge will be useful for communities. Please send us an application.
Thank you, Patricia. And our next candidate came all the way from Villavicencio in Colombia. Please welcome Cristian Julián Díaz Alvarez, who wants to break the wall of urban heat waves. Cristian, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Excuse me. Thank you so much. My name is Cristian Diaz. I came from the Corporación Universitaria Meta in Villavicencio, Colombia, to present you our proposal to falling wall or urban heat waves. According to NASA, in the last 5 years, the cities around the world have experienced high temperature records due to climate change and climate variability, and also by the enormous heat dissipation for combustion sources and thermodynamics cycles. Also, the loss and lack of vegetable cover in the urban landscape that exacerbate the problem. Heat waves are lethal for some kind of population, such as children, pregnant women, and older people. That's as an undesirable scenario for us. Our proposal for my student Brigitte and I consists in a low-cost furniture that can reduce the urban temperature by 3 to 5 Celsius through evaporative cooling. This structure has 4 main parts. The first one is the roof that harvests the water. The second one is the high diameter pipe, and then in the bottom of the system we have a network of small tubes that make a function of capillarity to transfer the water from the storage tank to the heat transfer and cool tubes. This structure also harvests water by its biomimetic design, emulating shape, function, and structure of the Copenia fungi and the Lengua de suegra plant. The furniture not also become a cool island that protect people when the heat waves arrive, but can, can contribute to the regulation of urban hydrology. In this moment, we have a 1 to 3 scale model with a technology readiness level of number 6, and we hope by the end of this year build a full functional structure in our community. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Comments?
Hello, I just want to say congratulations, and I want to know the cost or the different costs, because you said that it's really low cost, and I have that question.
Thank you. Our goal is to build a structure no more than $10,000. This prototype costs $500 and pay it for our student and the professor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian Julian. And already our last contestant in our second round is from Tena, Ecuador. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Nemesis Villamarin. She wants to break the wall of organ shortage.
Every 10 minutes, someone is added to a transplant waiting list. And every hour, a person dies waiting for an organ. Every year, more than 100,000 people die worldwide for lack of comparable organs. Modern medicine depends on a limited resource, the body of another human being. The wall I want to break is organ shortage. As a biotechnology student, my proposal is 4D bioprinting of functional organs. It combines biotechnology, regenerative medicine, and intelligence materials to create living, adaptable, and personalized organs. Unlike 3D bioprinting, the fourth dimension is time. Imagine an organ that once implanted matured, integrates and adapts to the patient's body as if it was born with it. This is not science fiction. Many livers metabolize drugs in the labs. This technology is ready for dynamics organs that evolve inside the body. My approach is based on 3 pillars. Bioinspired design, which mimics natural vascular networks that guides nutrient and oxygen. Programmable materials such as smart bioins made from stem cells and growth factors that respond to body signals and transform over time. Dynamic layer by layer, printing with integrated biosensors that control and direct adaptation in real time. This approach makes it possible to create personalized, functional organ without risk of rejection, activated by time and biology. This eliminates 3 obstacles: organ shortage, immunological reactions, and dependence on a donor who has passed away. Imagine a future where hospitals print hearts like X-ray, where a child with organ failure waits not years, but days. It's not just about printing organs, it's about printing time, hope, life. This just problem is not ethical, it's human, urgent. Life should not depend on this. This biotechnology can become a new heartbeat. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Nemesis. We have a little time for a comment or a question of the jury. Yes, Andres?
Hello, hello. How do you solve the rejection of the new organ, ADN rejection?
Bueno, es una excelente pregunta. Básicamente la dependencia inmunológica no sería por las células madres, porque lo que yo voy a incluir va a ser en las biotintas, las células madres del paciente y factores de crecimiento, dependiendo del órgano. Entonces eso va a hacer que ya no haya dependencia inmunológica. Muchas gracias.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That was already our second round. And we heard about how to break the wall of particle tracking with quantum computing, unfair mining, urban heat waves, and organ shortage. I think it's a very, very good experience to see young researchers who are here engaged with their topics and they're just burning for the topics. That's amazing. Thank you very much. And with this, we already start our third round. Please welcome with a very big applause Jorge Andrés Manrique Celis. He came all the way from Bogotá, Colombia, to break the wall of legislative opacity. Please welcome with a big round of applause Jorge Andrés Manrique Celis.
Raise your hand if you have ever wondered what your congressman is voting on right now. Keep it up if you believe you should have a say before they decide on laws that will govern your life. Now, keep it up, keep it raised if you think you could find it out before tomorrow. What you just experienced is the exact impotence that Colombians feel every day. While we were sitting here, senators voted on dozens of proposals using pupitrazo, which is a lightning fast show of hands where individual votes disappear into a legislative black box. No names, no accountability, no race. Here's what's happening behind Congress walls. Right now, congressmen shuffle physical papers across committee tables, handwritten papers determining your taxes, rights, and future. These papers vanish into an administrative limbo. When senators, via pupitrazo, hundreds of proposals get bundled together and approved in seconds. Just in matter of fact, last year in Colombia, over 1,000 proposals were processed this way. Educational funding, go in a show of hands. Healthcare regulation, you'll find it on a newspaper, maybe. This isn't just opacity, this is a legislative disappearance. Now, imagine more 600 million Latin Americans living under similar legislative black boxes. This is a continental crisis. But moment, what if we could turn this black box into a glass house? Meet Casamigos. Think of it as a Google Maps for your loss. Just like Google Maps shows traffic jams in real time, Casamigos shows a specific where your loss gets stuck. Here's how it works. Every proposals get registered digitally at committee tables, just facilitating the continuing administrative report. So, how do you become the GPS for your own interest? Basically, Casamigos, whatever you care about environmental laws or education, Casamigos alerts you the moment someone proposes changes and notifies you before the vote happens. It's like having X-ray vision in every room, supported by personal people in the place, where decisions about your life are made. Now, if you are tired of being governed by invisible decisions, join me. Together, we are breaking the wall between you and your democracy. One transparent vote at a time.
Thank you so much, Jorge Andres. Okay, no time for questions, I'm sorry. Thank you. And our next contestant is from Quito. Anaí Urquizo wants to break the wall of recyclers' inequality. A warm welcome to Anaí Urquizo.
Good morning. First, I invite you to close your eyes. Just for a few seconds, please. Close your eyes. Now, imagine being at your work, doing your daily activities, when suddenly you get pricked by a used needle or get in contact with hazardous materials. A dangerous job, right? But quitting is not an option because this job is the only support for your family. Please open your eyes. This is the reality for millions of waste recyclers worldwide. Although the recycling industry employs over 4 million people, 60% work in an informal way, a majority women, especially in developing countries like Ecuador, facing precarious working conditions and sanitary risks. They are entrepreneurs. They are providing these recovered materials to the industry. But the lack of opportunities limits their ability to improve their working conditions. I am Anaí Urquizo, an environmental engineer, and I want to break the wall of recyclers' inequality with an innovative mobile application that redefines recycling, turning it into an educational, connective, and dignifying experience with learning levels or rewards. We have some key players here. First, recyclers. The app allows recyclers to receive collection routes directly from households, avoiding the unsafe practice like searching into dumpsters. And it is a kind of Duolingo for entrepreneurship, providing access to financial education tools and business training, with the opportunity to compete for a seed capital. Then we have citizens. The app allows a simple and dynamic way to learn how to properly separate waste and to connect with local recyclers. Finally, we have institutions, like enterprises and local governments. The sponsorship scheme ensures the sustainability of the model. Let's break the walls of recyclers' inequality with 3 things: empowering them, educating communities, and shape a more sustainable future together. Thank you.
We have time for some questions or a comment maybe from the jury.
Hi, who have to download the app?
Yeah, we have like 2 users. The citizens, that it's important to say that the more features has the citizens for the disponibility of a smartphone, but the other part is the recyclers that also had like different channels like WhatsApp, text, and calls for ensuring that the mobile smartphone accessibility doesn't have to be a problem.
Thank you, Anaí. And let's continue with our next candidate. He's from Cali, Colombia. Please welcome Daniel Hurtado. He wants to break the wall of invasive anemia diagnosis. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Good morning. My name is Daniel, and I've lived with sickle cell anemia since I was a child, which is a genetic condition where the red cells, normally round and flexible, become stiff and shaped like a sickle. So what happens with that? These cells can block the blood flow, causing pain and also leading to chronic anemia. And that means a lack of healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen. So with that, we have already a problem. But sickle cell anemia is just one out of a kind. Anemia affects over 1.6 to 1.9 billion people around the world, especially children and pregnant women. So that's a huge issue, especially with the pregnant women, and you know the children are the future. What happens with that? In rural areas, it's extremely difficult for you to have access to a blood test. If you don't have access to a blood test, you may be suffering for anemia and you don't have it. Maybe one of you has anemia right now and we don't know. That's something that me as a doctor, I could probably find out, but you wouldn't be able to notice until it is too late. And that's a wall. And that's the wall that I want to break. Because in the rural areas of Colombia or the sub-Saharan parts of Africa, having access to a lab test is extremely difficult. So that means no early detection, no second chance. With no second chance, there's no life. So I created HemoHelp, a non-invasive anemia diagnosis that is going to help us as doctors, nurses, or even for patients to be able to know if you are in risk of anemia or if you are already causing anemia. How does it work? We use a preventive algorithm trained with artificial intelligence and also using lights that comes from the blood. So you just need one finger and it works like a pulse oximeter. You just put your finger and you already are going to be able to have the levels of hemoglobin in your blood. And the best part of this is that it is extremely cheap. In massive production, I can assure you that we can make it to $15 per each device. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Is there any question, comment from the jury?
Thank you. For the impact, who's gonna pay for this? The health companies, the hospitals, or the users?
Well, the main idea is to start with hospitals, but then that the users can buy it as a pulse oximeter or like an Apple Watch. How much? $30 right now, but like massively, $15.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And our last contestant in our third round is from Quito again, Ecuador. Please welcome Estefany Visuete. She wants to break the wall of unsustainable urbanization.
Good news, everyone. We are breaking records. 2024 was the warmest year ever. Again, at 1.54 degrees, we passed the Paris limit, from which the consequences of climate crisis will be irreversible. And no, this is not a future threat. Climate crisis is already killing us, with disasters hitting harder and more often. At 2 degrees, alarms turn off. The game is over. even for people like Trump, who thinks that climate crisis is a Chinese hoax. Cities hold 56% of the world's population, and by 2050, it will be 65%. They produce 70% of CO2 emissions, including construction and operation of buildings. And they just keep growing. More people, more buildings, more chaos. At this rate, cities will not look like the future. They will feel more like The Last of Us, but with less survivors. So let me ask, whatever buildings adapt to the climate, help mitigate it, and as bonus, save our cities? This is the proposal, a resilient dwelling in the center of the world, because ignoring it is no longer an option. And in the equatorial zone, building resilient and affordable is not just possible, it's easy to do. But how? Low carbon materials to cut embodied carbon, passive design to achieve thermal comfort without machines, photovoltaic energy to reach net zero energy, integrated rainwater and greywater systems, and if we add composting and green areas, we get more than a house. It's a replicable and scalable solution that any city could apply. So maybe visiting that house could be more inspiring for Katy Perry's album than spending 93 tons of CO2 emissions on an 11-minute space trip. So all we need to fall the wall of unsustainable urbanization is to stop pretending normal construction still works. It's time to act, but not like Professor Farnsworth, who says, I really want to do something, but I am already in my pajamas. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. And we have time for a comment or a question from the jury.
That was really illuminating. I think you have matches in the spark and it is candlelight, but it's not a rocket still. So maybe you can tell us something about your launch plan.
Okay. About the plan or the project, it's a huge project because we want that this house is a prototype to have resilient cities. So we integrate a lot of systems, a lot of disciplines, kind of knowledge to include in this build that will help to adapt our cities. That is an urgent plan. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that was already our third round. Again, those were really interesting presentations about legislative opacity, recyclers' inequality, invasive anemia diagnosis, and unsustainable urbanization. Thank you very much. And we proceed already to our last round. I get an okay here from our organizers. So let's start it. Please welcome with a very big applause Julian Ordóñez. He is from Quito and he wants to break the wall of phage therapy. Please, the floor is yours.
Right now, as I speak, thousands of banana plants are being destroyed by invisible enemy, Ralstonia solacenarum, the bacterium that causes the moco disease, also known as the wilting of bananas. And why should we care? Let me tell you. It is present in more than 100 countries. It affects more than 400 million people all around the world, and only Ecuador leads to $64,000 million losses. The tragedy, we are still fighting this pathogen with outdated tools, chemical pesticides that destroy the land, and burning practices that destroy the nature. Within the mission to saving the crops, we leverage the phage therapy technology. We basically test phages. Phages are small viruses, really small viruses that have evolved over millions of years to attack specific bacteria. within years. We also use the Nobel Prize winning technology to test the interaction between proteins and the virus. We also use AI to select the most important phages, the most effective phages. Finally, we use the nanotechnology to encapsulate the phages and test the stability. We can encapsulate the phages in a biodegradable polymer that will develop the payload exactly where needed. This is not just about saving crops. This is about making agriculture a sustainable and equitable practice enhanced with nature. Thank you so much.
Feel free. Yes, Cesar.
What is the efficiency of your new bacterial mixture against common antifungal, anti-pesticides?
Okay, we are in early stage as a startup. We are making the computational model. We are planning to use a cocktail of phages, and in this case, we will have a really high precision medicine. It's like that, precision medicine.
And what will be the cost?
As a precision medicine, it will have a higher cost than pesticides, but it will have a better cost revenue. Better cost revenue.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julian. Our next contestant is from Peru. She came all the way from Lima. Valeria wants to break the wall of fake news among school children. Please give a warm applause and welcome to Valeria.
Hello, everybody. My name is Valeria Vicente. I am a Peruvian journalist from El Foco, and I'm here to talk to you about the future. Spoiler alert, it doesn't look great. The 2026 Peruvian elections will be like nothing we've ever seen before, with 500,000 candidates campaigning for the presidency, Congress, city mayors, and others. Yes, you heard it right, 500,000 candidates. As in the previous election, disinformation will be used again as a weapon, and we expect that school children and young teenagers will be exposed to a huge amount of electoral fake news, causing confusion, mistrust, and also impacting their mental health. Well, this is a problem, now the solution. On the right, Waiki. Waiki is a verificui. He is a guinea pig, but in Peru we call them cuis. But Waiki is not like any other cuy because he fights against disinformation. And he had a lot of work because of Bulo, the fake news capybara. Bulo always had fun sharing dubious content, unverified claims, and also fake news. So we want to teach school children how to protect themselves against the disinformation. And we've created these two characters, which have been drawn by a Peruvian artist called Melissa Siles. And we want to create a series of animated cartoons using AI to share it on social media and also in partnership with local education authorities, NGOs, and other institutions. We can also create workshops, merchandising, and printed materials with stories about Bulo and Waiki, and content related with electoral fake news. We've consulted this with an education expert, so all the content support the national school curriculum and also is in line with the areas of personal development, citizenship, and civics. Well, now we need your help to make Waiki and Bulo a reality and to teach school children, Peruvian school children, how to protect themselves against the 2026 landslide of disinformation. Thank you.
Thank you, Valeria. We have time for some questions or comments, dear jury. That's so fast. Yeah, Cesar, please.
I apologize, perhaps I missed it, but how do you check fake news against real news? Like, how do you know, how do the characters know they're fake or not?
Yes, well, actually there are 3 groups involved in the production of the stories. First, the University of Lima, they help us with the structure and knowledge. Second, a non-profit, they will provide a team of animators, filmmakers who can actually develop the animation. And third, there is us. We are a team of journalists, and we are focused on investigate and also to produce stories about this information, so we can provide the concept, the knowledge about how to differentiate fake news and, well, information that is verified.
Thank you, Valeria. Thank you very much. And we're already coming to our last candidate from Quito. Please welcome with a very big applause, Andre Mosquera. He wants to break the wall of AI telemed. Andre, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Andre Mosquera, CTO of Corporación. I'm here to introduce the future of telemedicine and physical rehabilitation. Now imagine one of those 3 scenarios. Maybe a car accident, an accident in our houses or in the street, or maybe a chronic pain in our joints for the repetitive work at the office. Now imagine maybe one day we can't use our hands, grips, or elbows properly. This is the difficult who the 5.1 million people on Ecuador lives and who need rehabilitation. And the 41% of these injuries are in the manufacturing industry and sectors such as athletes, office workers, and the elderly. Commonly, these people have injuries like tunnel carpian syndrome and arthritis. Sadly, these people drop out of their therapies because they lack access to high-quality therapy, a limited time, and a high transportation cost. That's why we created Corporación, a software who is personalized and uses artificial intelligence and digital image processing to help and optimize the time to the physiotherapist and the patient, because to the physiotherapist, we give a feedback in a simple and precise way. And to the patient, we gave a commodity, because all these exercises can do in their homes. The best of all is Corporación works offline. It only needs a connection to internet to send all the data of the exercise to the smartphone of the physiotherapist. Corporación is a unique project and unprecedented in the South America region. With Corporación in Ecuador, South America, and the world can access to a personalized and high-quality therapy. Thank you.
Any questions? Comments, please, from the jury? It's our last candidate.
Andre, thank you very much for your presentation. I would like to ask about the costs. We've been looking at the other presentations. We had like a reference of the costs that would have this application. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, the cost now of therapy of rehabilitation is maybe $35 per session. Corporación, it's low cost, maybe the middle of this cost to give access maybe all persons and rural sections. That's very important.
Thank you so much, Andre. That's it. Yeah, we already heard our 13 contestants, each with a unique solution to a pressing problem. And now our lovely jury has 20 minutes, I think 30, to discuss observations and impressions and decide who we are going to send to Berlin to represent our part of the world at the Breaking Wall Science Summit in November. All the while, we can take a short break and get to know our contestants at the coffee station in the lobby, if you would like to. And to everybody who is here watching us on our live stream, please don't go away yet. After the break, you, just like everybody here, will have the chance to vote on our audience award. So we will be back in 25 minutes. Thank you so much.
Vamos a ir a una sala de reuniones acá para que puedan reunirse y tomar su decisión.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really, really critical that you have perspectives from low and middle income countries, perspectives from women, and that science and health serves everyone.
Well, I'm discovering a very lively event with many interesting people. A lot of contacts are being established.
Great networking, so many people to talk. It's fantastic lectures, great discussions.
It's great international exposure, great meeting new colleagues, and it's really one of the foremost science events, I think, globally.
You need to jump in right away and catch up with all the other cool guys here.
It's wonderful to be in an environment where everybody is, I feel, like-minded and very much future-oriented.
Science gives us tremendous hope for sustainability, for better health in the future, but also of bringing societies together.
You can't do science without hope. It's about the future, it's about discovery.
Because if you do science, you discover that the world is wonderful, and you learn to discover these beautiful things.
These solutions are super out of the box. Every session, I get a different and a new idea.
Innovation happens here, and to see that starting and supporting it, I think that's relevant for society.
You see everybody's faces. They're in the room because they love science the same amount as you. They want to change the world. They want to make a difference. It was amazing.
And to see young and inspired people who are ready to face the challenges that we are posing to ourselves and that the world is posing to us is really, really giving me an optimistic feeling for today.
The world needs more science engagement because the problems that face us, we don't have the solutions to, but science alone can't do it. Science has to take citizens with it.
That passion and commitment that people have, that care about the environment, and I think that came through with all 21 of the presentations today.
First of all, I was really excited about talking about my solution. Then I felt nervous, but then supportive community made me feel relaxed. I feel great, very great.
You see me fully engaged and fully excited. It was a very vibrant atmosphere we have experienced.
There's a lot of people who is like, hey, I want to know more because I want to do this also in my country or in my community.
I'm excited to now connect with them and share ideas and bring their great ideas to the States and hopefully transfer some of our ideas into places that I would have never thought of yesterday.
I'm very impressed with the level of knowledge, I think, from the entrepreneurs. They've been working on this for years, and so I think that's very unique.
Seeing so many talented, passionate people all coming together to try to make a difference and do good is incredibly encouraging.
You know, being an entrepreneur, you spend 99% of your time
in your own bubble with your problem. And it's really wonderful when you can come together with other people who are going through the same thing.
Being part of today is a very big recognition sign that I'm doing the right thing.
Falling Walls Engage is special every year, but this year what I think is particularly special is the range of social issues and the range of audiences that are being targeted with the projects we've seen.
Falling Walls Engage is a unique window in which we showcase 20 plus international projects that deal with science engagement.
You just sit and listen and like, why haven't I thought of that before? It's just such an amazing angle.
The net we are making here, we feel really like a brotherhood.
And it's very important that those who are working in grassroots are amplified in an international platform.
It's been so lovely to meet lots of people from around the world, from a fishing village in Peru to somewhere in Malawi to somewhere in the States to New Zealand.
To win, it means that my project, this organization that I've built over the past decade, now has a global platform.
The most important aspect for the Falling Walls unique, I think, is inclusiveness. No matter color, no matter the country we come from, minority people, disabled people, all should be involved.
It's like a dream come true.
I'm really happy to be here. I've learned about so many walls that can break.
You are dynamic, you have done earth-shattering stuff, and you're about to persuade us how to tear down the walls.
It can feel like the longest 3 minutes of your life, or the shortest.
Seeing everyone sitting there and like looking at me was a whole new world.
To see them here on an international stage in front of so many prestigious judges and peers, it was incredible.
I hope that they maximize the opportunity and really smash the walls.
The room is like a powerhouse of thoughts.
The people are really aiming for the moon with a lot of these exciting ideas.
So my goal of the project is to help people with Alzheimer's and to delay their pathology.
Please, raise your hand if you like magic.
Imagine a world without fossil fuels.
Really being able to select the best out of the best, that's probably the most challenging.
Well, a breakthrough winner should have had an original idea and a clever way of addressing it.
Impact on a global scale to have a sustainable solution.
For me, this peer group is inspiring me to make this world a better place.
The hope that clever young people with much talent can share with us gives us great optimism ultimately for the future.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really, really critical that you have perspectives from low and middle income countries, perspectives from women, and that science and health serves everyone.
Well, I'm discovering a very lively event with many interesting people. A lot of contacts are being established.
Great networking, so many people to talk with, fantastic lecturers, great discussions.
It's great international exposure, great meeting new colleagues, and it's really one of the foremost science events, I think, globally.
You need to jump in right away and catch up with all the other cool guys here.
It's wonderful to be in an environment where everybody is, I feel, like-minded and very much future-oriented.
Science gives us tremendous hope for sustainability, for better health in the future, but also of bringing societies together.
You can't do science without hope. It's about the future, it's about discovery.
Because if you do science, you discover that the world is wonderful, and you learn to discover these beautiful things.
These solutions are super out of the box. Every session I get a different and a new idea.
Innovation happens here, and to see that starting and supporting it, I think that's relevant for society.
You see everybody's faces. They're in the room because they love science the same amount as you. They want to change the world. They want to make a difference. It was amazing.
And to see young and inspired people who are ready to face the challenges that we are posing to ourselves and that the world is posing to us is really, really giving me an optimistic feeling for today.
The world needs more science engagement because the problems that face us, we don't have the solutions to, but science alone can't do it. Science has to take citizens with it.
That passion and commitment that people have, that care about the environment, and I think that came through with all 21 of the presentations today.
First of all, I was really excited about talking about my solution. Then I felt nervous, but then supportive community made me feel relaxed. I feel great, very great.
You see me fully engaged and fully excited. It was a very vibrant atmosphere we have experienced.
There's a lot of people who is like, hey, I want to know more because I want to do this also in my country or in my community.
I'm excited to now connect with them and share ideas and bring their great ideas to the States and hopefully transfer some of our ideas into places that I would have never thought of yesterday.
I'm very impressed with the level of knowledge, I think, from the entrepreneurs. They've been working on this for years, and so I think that's very unique.
Seeing so many talented, passionate people all coming together to try to make a difference and do good is incredibly encouraging.
You know, being an entrepreneur, you spend 99% of your time in your own bubble with your problem, and it's really wonderful when you can come together with other people who are going through the same thing.
Being part of today is a very big recognition sign that I'm doing the right thing.
Falling Walls Engage is special every year, but this year what I think is particularly special is the range of social issues and the range of audiences that are being targeted with the projects we've seen.
Falling Walls Engage is a unique window in which we showcase 20 plus international projects that deal with science engagement.
You just sit and listen and like, why haven't I thought of that before? It's just such an amazing angle.
the net we are making here. We feel really like a brotherhood.
And it's very important that those who are working in grassroots are amplified in an international platform.
It's been so lovely to meet lots of people from around the world, from a fishing village in Peru to somewhere in Malawi to somewhere in the States to New Zealand.
To win, it means that my project, this organization that I've built over the past decade, now has a global platform.
The most important aspect for the Bollywood's unique, I think, is inclusiveness. No matter color, no matter the country we come from, minority people, disabled people, all should be involved.
It's like a dream come true.
I'm really happy to be here. I've learned about so many walls that can break.
You are dynamic, you have done earth-shattering stuff, and you're about to persuade us how to tear down the walls.
It can feel like the longest 3 minutes of your life, or the shortest.
Seeing everyone sitting there and like looking at me was a whole new world.
To see them here on an international stage in front of so many prestigious judges and peers, it was incredible.
I hope that they maximize the opportunity and really smash the walls.
The room is like a powerhouse of thoughts.
People are really aiming for the moon with a lot of these exciting ideas.
So my goal of the project is to help people with Alzheimer's and to delay their pathology.
Please, raise your hand if you like magic.
Imagine a world without fossil fuels.
Really being able to select the best out of the best, that's probably the most challenging.
Well, a breakthrough winner should have had an original idea and a clever way of addressing it.
Impact on a global scale to have a sustainable solution.
For me, this peer group is inspiring me to make this world a better place.
The hope that clever young people with much talent can share with us gives us great optimism ultimately for the future.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world are talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really critical that you have perspectives from low and middle income countries, perspectives from women, and that science and health serves everyone.
Well, I'm discovering a very lively event with many interesting people. A lot of contacts are being established.
Great networking, so many people to talk with, fantastic lecturers, great discussions.
It's great international exposure, great meeting new colleagues, and it's really one of the foremost science events, I think, globally.
You need to jump in right away and catch up with all the other cool guys here.
It's wonderful to be in an environment where everybody is, I feel, like-minded and very much future-oriented.
Science gives us tremendous hope for sustainability, for better health in the future, but also of bringing societies together.
You can't do science without hope. It's about the future, it's about discovery.
Because if you do science, you discover that the world is wonderful, and you learn to discover these beautiful things.
solutions are super out of the box. Every session, I get a different and new idea.
Innovation happens here, and to see that starting and supporting it, I think that's relevant for society.
You see everybody's faces. They're in the room because they love science the same amount as you. They want to change the world. They want to make a difference. It was amazing.
And to see young and inspired people who are ready to face the challenges that we are posing to ourselves and that the world is posing to us is really, really giving me an optimistic feeling for today.
The world needs more science engagement because the problems that face us, we don't have the solutions to, but science alone can't do it. Science has to take citizens with it.
That passion and commitment that people have, that care about the environment, and I think that came through with all 21 of the presentations today.
First of all, I was really excited about talking about my solution. Then I felt nervous, but then supportive community made me feel relaxed. I feel great, very great.
You see me fully engaged and fully excited. It was a very vibrant atmosphere we have experienced.
There's a lot of people who is like, hey, I want to know more because I want to do this also in my country or in my community.
I'm excited to now connect with them and share ideas and bring their great ideas to the States and hopefully transfer some of our ideas into places that I would have never thought of yesterday.
I'm very impressed with the level of knowledge, I think, from the entrepreneurs. They've been working on this for years, and so I think that's very unique.
Seeing so many talented, passionate people all coming together to try to make a difference and do good is incredibly encouraging.
You know, being an entrepreneur, you spend 99% of your time in your own bubble with your problem, and it's really wonderful when you can come together with other people who are going through the same thing.
Being part of today is a very big recognition sign that I'm doing the right thing.
Falling Walls Engage is special every year, but this year what I think is particularly special is the range of social issues and the range of audiences that are being targeted with the projects we've seen.
Falling Walls Engage is a unique window in which we showcase 20 plus international projects that deal with science engagement.
You just sit and listen and like, why haven't I thought of that before? It's just such an amazing angle.
The net we are making here, we feel really like a brotherhood.
And it's very important that those who are working in grassroots are amplified in an international platform.
It's been so lovely to meet lots of people from around the world, from a fishing village in Peru to somewhere in Malawi to somewhere in the States to New Zealand.
To win, it means that my project, this organization that I've built over the past decade, now has a global platform.
The most important aspect for the Falling Walls unique, I think, is inclusiveness. No matter color, no matter the country we come from, minority people, disabled people, all should be involved.
It's like a dream come true.
I'm really happy to be here. I've learned about so many walls that can break.
You are dynamic, you have done earth-shattering stuff, and you're about to persuade us how to tear down the walls.
It can feel like the longest 3 minutes of your life or the shortest.
Seeing everyone sitting there and like looking at me was a whole new world.
To see them here on an international stage in front of so many prestigious judges and peers, it was incredible.
I hope that they maximize the opportunity and really smash the walls.
The room is like a powerhouse of thoughts.
People are really aiming for the moon with a lot of these exciting ideas.
So my goal of the project is to help people with Alzheimer's and to delay their pathology.
Please, raise your hand if you like magic.
Imagine a world without fossil fuels.
Really being able to select the best out of the best, that's probably the most challenging.
Well, a breakthrough winner should have had an original idea and a clever way of addressing it.
Impact on a global scale to have a sustainable solution.
For me, this peer group is inspiring me to make this world a better place.
The hope that clever young people with much talent can share with us gives us great optimism ultimately for the future.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really, really critical that you have perspectives from low and middle income countries, perspectives from women, and that science and health serves everyone.
Well, I'm discovering a very lively event with many interesting people. A lot of contacts are being established.
Great networking, so many people to talk. It's fantastic lectures, great discussions.
It's great international exposure, great meeting new colleagues, and it's really one of the foremost science events, I think, globally.
You need to jump in right away and catch up with all the other cool guys here.
It's wonderful to be in an environment where everybody is, I feel, like-minded and very much future-oriented.
Science gives us tremendous hope for sustainability, for better health in the future, but also of bringing societies together.
You can't do science without hope. It's about the future, it's about discovery.
Because if you do science, you discover that the world is wonderful, and you learn to discover these beautiful things.
Is like a dream come true.
I'm really happy to be here. I've learned about so many walls that can break.
You are dynamic, you have done earth-shattering stuff, and you're about to persuade us how to tear down the walls.
It can feel like the longest 3 minutes of your life or the shortest.
Seeing everyone sitting there and like looking at me was a whole new world.
To see them here on an international stage in front of so many prestigious judges and peers, it was incredible.
I hope that they maximize the opportunity and really smash the walls.
The room is like a powerhouse of thoughts.
People are really aiming for the moon with a lot of these exciting ideas.
So my goal of the project is to help people with Alzheimer's and to delay their pathology.
Please, raise your hand if you like magic.
Imagine a world without fossil fuels.
Really being able to select the best out of the best, that's probably the most challenging.
Well, a breakthrough winner should have had an original idea and a clever way of addressing it.
Impact on a global scale to have a sustainable solution.
For me, this peer group is inspiring me to make this world a better place.
The hope that clever young people with much talent can share with us gives us great optimism ultimately for the future.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really, really critical that you have perspectives from low and middle income countries, perspectives from women, and that science and health serves everyone.
Well, I'm discovering a very lively event with many interesting people. A lot of contacts are being established.
Great networking, so many people to talk. It's fantastic lecturers, great discussions.
It's great international exposure, great meeting new colleagues, and it's really one of the foremost science events, I think, globally.
You need to jump in right away and catch up with all the other cool guys here.
It's wonderful to be in an environment where everybody is, I feel, like-minded and very much future-oriented.
Science gives us tremendous hope for sustainability, for better health in the future, but also of bringing societies together.
You can't do science without hope. It's about the future, it's about discovery.
Because if you do science, you discover that the world is wonderful, and you learn to discover these beautiful things.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're still missing some persons from our jury as well, so maybe we will call them past. Maybe you can just ask them to step in, please. Right now, yeah. Thanks, Alex. Okay. Yeah, now everybody's back. Thank you. And welcome back to the award ceremony of the 2025 Falling Walls Lab in Ecuador. Before we announce our winner, who is going to Berlin in November, we promised that our audience will also have the chance to vote for your personal favorite. So please get ready, everybody. Take your cell phone maybe, yeah, your mobile phone. And this year's Audience Award was kindly sponsored by CEDIA. And I'd like to ask Gustavo Patiño to join me here on stage and to tell us a bit about what CEDIA is doing and to tell us what the winner of the Audience Award will take home today.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Gustavo Patiño and from CEDIA. Let me share with you what CEDIA is in a few minutes. Because we have no time, but if you want to know more about us, please ask me what you want after this. CEDIA is a university company, sorry. We are the universities of Ecuador. We are a private and not-profit organization. CEDIA is created in 2002. Since then, we develop more. We develop benefits for the university's member, the rules we create, all what we do are create, for the rectors of the universities that make CEDIA, and among which a critical benefit is mitigating the gap between the sector academic and the public sector and the private enterprise and society in general. With this benefit, we're looking for give this knowledge and make a positive impact in the lifestyle of the people. So if you want to know more about us, please contact us for the CEDIA.edu.com.ec, and if you want to know more about us, please ask me after this. And we're very thankful for being part of this and part of the Falling Walls, which is a program to develop links between science and society, and it aligns with the purpose of CEDIA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gustavo. I'd like to, please just stay with me here. Yeah. And can you just say with one sentence, what is the prize for the audience award?
Thank you. Well, the prize is about a help with your project, because CEDIA can mitigate in the gap, not only the sector academic, but the projects that improve the lifestyle of the people. So we have many tools, and to develop your project. So I'm gonna talk with the winner. I don't know who is, but I'm gonna talk to more details.
Great, thank you, Gustavo. Please stay with us. Yeah. So we have a mentoring, that's amazing prize, and it's a very good opportunity for the winner of the audience. And now for our voting, I would like to invite our contestants back on stage, please. Yeah, get up, stand up for your vote, please. Que suban al podio. Sorry, please come on the stage. Okay. And now, hopefully, you will see a QR code. Here, we maybe have to split a little bit. Okay, great. Oh, there are quite a lot. And don't forget Ippolito. He presented online, okay? And you will see a QR code soon. Yeah. When you will see the QR code up there on the screen and in the live stream as well, this takes you to our poll, and you have one vote. Here we go. Maybe just please let the audience see the QR code. Please a second. Okay. I hope everybody saw already the QR code. And now you will have no, please. Several persons couldn't see the QR code. I'm sorry. Here's the QR code, please. Just come closer. Here's the QR code. Please, can you just deliberate space? Thank you. just come here, and when everybody is finished with the QR code, we're going to start our clock. Somebody or some people are already voting. We have a big fan community here in the University of San Francisco. I don't know why. Okay. And please, can you repeat your name and the title of your project?
My name is Andre Mosquera. I'm breaking the wall of the AI telemedicine and physical rehabilitation.
Thank you. And please, the clock with 3 minutes, counting backwards. We need it as well.
Hello, my name is Julian Escobar, and I talk about the breaking the wall of fish therapy.
Hello, my name is Nemesis Villamarin. The wall I want to break is organ shortage.
Hello, everybody. My name is Valeria Vicente, and I am here to break the wall of disinformation.
My name is Stephanie Bisuete. I want to break the wall of unsustainable urbanization.
Hi, I'm Patricia, and I want to break the wall of unfair mining.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emilia Moreno, and I want to break up the wall of foodborne illness.
Hi, my name is Ana Urquizo, and I want to break the walls of recyclers' inequality.
Hi, my name is Andres Manrique, and I want to break the wall of legislative opacity.
Hi, my name is Daniel Hurtado, and I'm breaking the wall of invasive anemia diagnosis.
My name is Christian Diaz. I want to break the wall of urban heat waves.
Hello, I'm Ricardo Bermeo, and I'm breaking the wall of unsustainable living.
My name is Susanne Reichmann. I'm not breaking any wall, but I would like to comment on our poll. I think we have like 47 for Emilia right now, and down there is Andre Mosquera. They have big fan communities, or they activated families, friends, everybody, I think. And we have 1 minute left to vote. I hope everybody could enter the poll. You have to send it. Huh? You click and then you send. Yeah, in the live stream, please, when you vote, you have to send your vote as well. Send it. Sometimes you can't see it on your mobile phone. Emilia Moreno and Andre Mosquera and Daniel Hurtado, I can't know, I think Emilia se fue. She's gone. I mean, she ran away with the votes. And I think Andre Mosquera is pretty good, doing pretty good as well. But I can't even see the end of Emilia. Okay, we have 15 seconds left. It was a clock, huh? It wasn't us. Okay, we have 3 seconds left, and we're done. We'll close the poll, and I have a little problem. Is it? Yeah. Okay. And I think, first of all, we would like to give you all a participation certificate. Yeah. There was Emilia. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. And we have a winner. Oh, it's very close, very, very close. On the second place, we have Emilia with 92 votes. And the winner is The winner is Andre Mosquera with 93 votes, just one more vote. Okay, I would like, Gustavo, do you want to give him the prize, the audience award, please? Here, the first one, yeah. And a big round of applause. Yes, would like to have some pictures, some photos. Very, very good. Thank you. And finally, the moment we're all waiting for. The jury has made their choice. It was not easy, but it was a good choice, maybe. We hope so. I'm still nervous. I'm getting goosebumps with this. Yeah, and I hope you're excited as well. And I would like to invite Alexander Schweppe from the German Embassy again, who will tell us who is going to Berlin in November. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start by putting a bit of tension, by starting with the third place. And the third place is someone we already saw up here. It's Andre Mosquera. Congratulations.
Wow.
And for the second place is also someone quite known up here. It's Emilia Moreno. Congratulations. And now, the winner. How much time do we have? No. So, I'm just inviting up here to the front stage, Daniel Hurtado. Congratulations.
Daniel, as a symbolic boarding pass for your trip to Berlin, we also brought a little boarding pass for you because you will be representing this region for us in Berlin in November. Thank you very, very much for your presentation.
Please stay with us here on the stage. And right now I would like to invite Dr. Cesar Zambrano, Dean of Research of the University of San Francisco de Quito, who will close this event. Cesar, the floor is yours.
Gracias, Susanne. Thank you everyone for being here, and congratulations to all of you participants. All of you are winners because you've already gone through some sieves that have brought you all the way over here. For those of you who are the top 3 winners, this is just a stepping stone. Now there's the hard work that comes ahead. Now that doesn't mean the other ones are not in the correct path to make a difference in the future. I think that you all have already started, and this is something that often we do not think about when we are pondering about a new entrepreneurship. And the reason why I'm saying this is because these 13 participants have been brave enough to start. They have the idea, and some of you are already halfway through. Looking for further financing to make a difference in the world. And an advice from us at USFQ, for we already have, I believe, 5 startups that have been valued about $1.5 million. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the first step to make a difference is to just start. And as you already know, you can never be ready enough. So for the people in the future who are going to be in this contest, I invite you to just start. Because if you wait to be ready, you'll never be ready and you'll never start. So as far as that is concerned, and to finish up, I want to thank the DAAD, Susan, Katerina, the German embassy, the German government, and particularly CEDIA, who've been collaborating with us for a very long time. I also want to thank Diego, and who's been supporting us in this event. And again, thank all of you for being here, and we hope to see you again in another event.
Gracias.
Thank you so much, Cesar. Please, Cesar, stay with us, because after the closing words, I'm going to close actually with some remarks. Thank you very much, everybody here, and I'd like to thank the members of our jury. You did a great job. Thank you, and I think you had the most difficult task here today. Big applause again, please. And a special thank you to our audience for making this an unforgettable experience. Yes, please. And all the members of the organizing teams at the University of San Francisco de Quito and the DAAD. Okay, they don't want to get out. And finally, but most importantly, I think, our 13 contestants for their presentations and their work, their dedication, and to make the world a better place. Thank you. Now we finish. Thank you very much. I'd just like to invite the jury members here on the stage to take some pictures, please. Thank you very much to everybody.
It is a primary event for scientific exchange, especially for topics that are very timely.
Opinion leaders from all over the world talking about how science can actually break the limit.
To get different opinions from people which I do not meet every day, political decision makers, science decision makers.
And it's really, really critical that you have perspectives
Before
from
you leave,
low and
we
middle
also
income.
have a cocktail outside, so if you want to drink something or you get a snack, you are very kindly invited to have that snack. Thank you.
Diego